I get up from that island when I'm 17. I success, I can do my own, I don't need a man. I have a boyfriend, but it's worthless. But you know, I find out the last minute, my boss fall in love with me. I don't want to get somebody else's husband, no way. It's not over, I quit. I opened my sewing company. If you don't have a trust, get out.
How do you know us?
Oh, how I know you?
Yeah.
Okay, 2014, I go to Australia. I never met you, I never see you, but I know your mother is my niece. That first time I met you, surprise, you know, what I look like, you don't know how we get along,
yeah,
or not, I don't know. But I very easy get along with anybody, I'm sure, you know what I mean. Even though I don't have children, I love kids.
Can you tell us a little bit about your life and how you ended up in America? Because you weren't born here.
No, I born in a little island, Indonesia. They call Bangka, the same like your grandfather born, the same island. Okay, that island not speak English, but you have to go to learn the English language. But you don't have money, you can't. So how I get here? Got married. How I got married, another thing. I get up from that island when I'm 17 years old. I tell my father, I don't want to go to school. Why I have to go to school? I think about, you know, we never enough money. Why I have to go to school so smart? Because I think about, you know, money is we don't have enough money. How you want accounting money? What a difference, go to school. Get out. So I get out. My father is wonderful father. So every time I said, Dad, I want to learn how sewing, I want to learn how to make a cake, my father just pay for, go, you know. So I know how to sewing already a little bit, even though not that good, but I know how to sewing basic. If I want to ask the money from my dad, I just say, Dad, I will sew nice clothes, you know, pajama for the sleeping, I will do that for you. So I get my money. So after that 17, I already know how to sewing. I get up from that island. So my father never give me the money. My father don't like I go out. I go with a cousin. So I tell my dad, I go with a cousin, I see the cousin. I just visit, I lie. But I already have my mind. I already know how to sewing. I work with a cousin in that island already. Go to the Jakarta. So my father never give me a dime. But I have my own money. I save the money. I have a brother, one brother, already in Jakarta, but my brother worked with a company, and then over there, my brother tell me one day, he said, Dad write the letter, Dad want you go home. I said, why? Dad want you go home. I said, I don't have the money. So my brother said, I pay you, let's go home. So I did go home and my brother paid for the ticket. But we not use an airplane ticket, that's so high, expensive. You know, use a shape, what little boat, you know. Yeah. So take 2 days. When I get there, you know what I think about my mind? I'm going to pack my clothes very small amount. So I get in the, see my dad. So my dad very quiet, not say nothing. I know my dad don't want to go back. So my brother said, Dad don't want you to go back to Jakarta. I said, I have a job. I already have the job. I did. Yeah. So I tell Dad, I have a job. I have to go back. And then I have a clothes. I only bring a little bit. I have my clothes, everything over there. I have to go back. I have a job that I can't. I have to go back. So I did go back with my brother. From that on, my father can't do anything. I'm very successful. From the job, move to another job. That's the way you want to find the success. Work hard, to be honest. Work and move and move. How many times I moved the job, you don't believe it. Because they pay so low. I want to look in better price. And then the last one I get the job, my boss is from Shanghai. When they do the pattern, sewing, they don't have to have a pattern. I learned from him. You just draw, you add it up, draw in the material, cut, cut, cut. Every time I work with him, I think they have 7 employees. My boss is a man, you know. Sometimes, you know, when sewing and you have to try is fit or not, Some woman is very shy, right? She have to call me. Come on, you go inside the room. So they feel comfortable. You have to open your clothes when you try something, you know what I mean? My boss, every time go home, I'm the one go home last. She let me work the dead cut. He said, I have another pattern, another thing you have to cut, finish that. Oh my God, everybody go home. She don't pay me extra. But you know, I find out the last minute, my boss fall in love with me. And then the wife always bring the food, and left over the food a little bit sometime, then my boss always give it to me. You know, except I don't want to hurt somebody's feeling when they give it to you, you know what I mean? I accept that all the time. And then one day, she have the family work with her, with my boss, live with him too, you know, the cousin, helps the sewing. So the cousin tell me, she said, last night my aunt have a big fighting with my uncle. What happened? Because you! What happened with me? She said, my aunt is so jealous with you. I said, what? So one day, this one another story. The wife come in, bring the food. I'm so pissed off because I not do nothing. I not sleep with the husband. I not pay extra money. She not give me extra money. She never kiss me. But I know the boss is, you know, with me is very nice. You know how the people have a feeling to you. But I don't want to get somebody else's husband. No way. and then the wife walking in the morning that time, bring the food. So I tell the name. Excuse me. I said, I find out something wrong. You just get mad with me. When I say hello, you just turn around. Yes. Look, let's say hello back. She don't do that. I already know that. So I said, why? Why you do that? In front of the employer. I cried that time. I knocked the table. Do you think I have around with your husband, right? You think I do that, right? I never get extra money, pay the money. I never do anything with your husband. Ask your husband now. The husband not say nothing. All employers so quiet. Ask everybody what I do to your husband. Tell me, do I sleep with your husband? Or I go to see the movie with your husband? Ask. Only your husband, every time the driver come to pick him up, because I not live too far, about 3.5 miles, she always drop me in my place. One day I know when I get sick, I never not come to the work. I work how many years? 3-4 years. I never not come in, always come in early on time. One day I'm get sick. Somebody knocked the door where I live the place. The driver bring the apple. The apple was very expensive, you know, in Ireland long time ago. If you don't have money in that Jakarta, you cannot eat apple and grape because they import from United States from somewhere. They only eat the regional food what we have. I live in that place, 4 people in one room. So my friend said, oh my God, somebody bring the apple. There's something going on with you. She said they might make, what they call, make something in your food that
poison?
Love
potion?
No, make you fall in love. What you call that? Black magic? She said, you might have black magic. Do you know? I never eat apple one. I give to them, all of my friends. You can have it. I said, I don't want to eat that apple. Because they say that. And then that time, you know why I said, she's thinking about fall in love. From the table, I bang the table. Now on, I'm not going to work from today. This one, the last day I work in here. I don't have to work with you. I can survive. But I don't want people jealous with me. So you know the why answer? He said, well, if I don't have nothing to do, it's over, it's over. It's not over. I quit. That day I still work. The end of the day, the wife go home. So next day I'm not getting. And then my boss tell me that day, I said I quit. He said, you know, I want you continue working because I saw very good. You cannot find an employer like I do, work hard. She love what I saw. He said, you don't have to quit the work. I said, you know what? You wife jealous with me. I don't want you fighting with your wife all the time. You have to see if you married because me. I don't want to do that. I don't want you break with your wife. That is no good. I back up. You get along with your wife. That's the way to life. You don't do that. When I work, I have side money. At night, I sewing. Because like so many people from, I get quite a bit customer, it's good customer. I never run out of job. Oh my God, I don't have to work with them. I have income. But at night, I sewing. Weekend, I'm sewing. And then I go to the house, try on, and then they pay me big money. Oh my God, I saw success. So from that on, I learned from my boss how to cut it, the pattern, how to do the pattern. I opened my sewing company. Open the sewing company, you have to have a house, right? I see my cousin. I said, you know what? I said, I need the money from you. He said, what for? I said, I want to open sewing company, but I cannot rent the place, so expensive. Indonesia, if you rent a place in here, pay months a month, over there a year or 2 years. You have to pay for the whole thing. Where I got the money from? I said, I don't have sewing machine also. I need to buy sewing machine. I said, you need help me. But this cousin know if I borrow the money, I always pay back. She said, okay, how much you want? I said, I will pay you back 3 months. I will pay all. The house, what I want to rent, the owner said, you have to pay 2 years because 1 year not enough. I said, look, I'm single. I don't have the money. Can I use 1 year and then next year, before the end on the year, I will pay you again another next year. You know, I will pay you right now 1 year. I will pay you another 6 months before run out time. So he let me do that. My student come in. I think about God, my God, I get the money like this, you know, what to do? So I tell my cousin, I pay the money and then I need a sewing machine. So I said, you have to take me go to buy sewing machine. I did. I teaching, people don't believe it. I have 5 students, every class, I only want 5 or 6 students because everybody had to cut the material, have to sewing, no talking. And then student said, one day she said, you know, when you teaching is very strict, we scare with you. I said, I is very on time. When my student before come in, I sit on the table already waiting for them. They're not waiting for me, I'm waiting for them. When I sewing, it's not joking. Keep going, don't talk. Keep going, no talking. Because only 2 hours, the timing is your money, not my money. So I very strict. Everybody said, oh my God. And then after we finish the sewing, sometimes the husband pick them up a little bit late. When I have leftover the food, I tell my servant cook, so we eat together. We did. I said, you want to eat, but not fancy food. So they eat. So I do that very success. So I plan come to travel. I think, well, you know why I want to do that? I enjoy my life before I die. 1981. I traveled the United States for 3 weeks. I remember 45 people come to the United States, 12 different states. So my friend Trey tell me, he says, you crazy, huh? You can buy the car or second-hand car or something with that money. Expensive. Travel is not cheap. The island where we come from, very expensive. It's any single woman can travel that time of year. What? 40 years ago? It's expensive. So I said, I don't need to buy the car. I did travel. My mind, my plan, I don't want to live in Indonesia. Indonesia don't like Chinese. I go through a lot in Indonesia. I think 1975, I think, they don't like Japanese. Anybody drive Toyota? I think Kung Kung know this one. They are, get out. They put gasoline, they burn them. And then they get warning for you that time. 6 o'clock, do not get out. How you like that? They are burn the Chinese consulate. I see a lot, my eye. I said, I get out of here. My plan, live in Singapore, or Europe, or United States. That 3 things. I did plan. But I don't know how to get out. I don't have that kind of money. How?
How did you get out?
Now, another thing. My student said, she said, do you know, Meity, you know, my brother-in-law work in the oil company. One of the cousin like to get married from United States. I said, who care? You know, I said, I can't even speak English. So my student said, you know, you have a little bit education, not very unusual people like you. Go to travel United States, you're single, you make money, you have, you know, I go to travel little, you know, like Japan or somewhere like that, you know. She said, not too many people like you. You want to try. I said, you don't. You not try me crazy. I'm busy. because I have a class. So she said, they have a form, you can fill the form. Because the brother-in-law worked the same company with my husband's cousin. You know the oil company in the middle of the ocean? Dig the oil. If they get burned, you go blow off. They pay very high salary over there. And then about a week, she come back. He said, Meity, try. I said, you know, you drive me crazy. Do you know that? He said, just try. How the God has opened the door for you, we don't know. I said, I'm so old. That time I'm already what, 30, 35, 36? I come in here 38. I success, I can do my own. I don't need a man. I have a boyfriend, but it's worthless. And you see, another thing, if you have a boyfriend, I have a lot of friends, you know. Every time you see your friend, a boy or girl, you say hello in a restaurant, right? My God, when he find out you say hello, on the way, fighting. I cannot talk with a man. I cannot have a friend. So I said, you know what? We cannot get along. Forget it. And I broke down, you know, with him. You know. Because when you have a boyfriend, if they're jealous with you before you get married, you better get out of here. That means you have to trust. If you don't have a trust, get out. After I see my friend said, okay, I take you, go to fill the form with my brother-in-law, with my boyfriend, that my friend not yet married at the time. I said, I go with her. I did. I filled the form, who I am, how old I am, what education I am, what the country I've been on. I write all of them. And then she give to my husband cousin, you know. I never met my husband cousin. 2 weeks later, my friend come back. He said, Meity, you know. I said, what? You get a first choice. Choice what? She said, the uncle going to come to see you in here. I said, oh my gosh. I said, no. He said, yes. I said, I can't speak English. He said, my brother-in-law speak English. We helping you.